10:10 here at WILK. We appreciate you joining us every single day online. It is the JohnMendola.show.com. You can check out our interviews this past week, including the Wilkes University baseball team, the Pittston area baseball team. We'll have the Wilkes University softball team, the Wilkes University basketball team. We wrapped up that season, so a lot of good things coming up. Also got to get to the Coughlin lacrosse team. They're going to be on this week. So again, it is the JohnMendola.show.com. We give you interviews every single day. Well, we are continuing the conversation. We got to talk with the head coach of Blue Ridge, Billy Marvin, the head coach, and now we're going to get to some of the players. Jeff Zawiski is with us right now. Good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Well, talk about your trip down to West Virginia and long hours, but you guys are excited to play some baseball today.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's a trip we're going every year. It's usually the first time we get on the field, and we get to play some baseball. So,
a lot of other teams down in the valley, whether it's Wilkes-Barre or Scranton, maybe they've been on the field a dozen times or more, so they've been much more fortunate than you guys. So you guys start out a little bit behind, but talk about what you do, whether it's on the inside, what you guys are able to do, try to get ahead of the game in other ways. What are some drills and different things you guys try to do?
Oh, yeah, we do a lot of stuff in the gym. We do some tee work. We have a little cage we get in. We do a lot of pitching, a lot of throwing. We got a lot of little drills to get us going.
Well, Jeff, let's talk about your position this year, where you're going to be playing, and what you hope to contribute to this Blue Ridge team.
I am a pitcher and a shortstop. I like playing anywhere, but those are my main two positions. I'm going to try to do anything I can to help us play better and just have fun.
As far as having fun, let's talk about what you guys do for fun up there at Blue Ridge and the camaraderie. You guys, I'm sure, all know each other pretty darn well for many years, a small community, but there's a lot of miles between you guys. So talk about what it's like hanging out with the guys, and I'm sure a long bus ride down.
Oh, it's awesome with these guys. I've been playing baseball with this group, this senior group, like at least 10 years now, and the young guys coming up, been playing with them too. It's a really fun group. Probably going to be the best all-around group I've had since I've been in varsity.
Let's talk about the classroom stuff for you, Jeff, how you're doing there and what you're hoping to do with your future.
I'm doing good. I'm hoping to go into college for criminal justice. School is great, so I like being with these guys.
How about as far as the outlook for those schools that you're looking for criminal justice? Do you have a short list right now as far as what schools you're looking at?
Just close schools, Broome Community College.
Okay. Well, that'll be pretty good for you. As far as some of the bats this year, who are you expecting to have a nice bat for you at Blue Ridge this season?
A lot of guys on this team got good bats. We got, I don't know, our our top 9 hitters on the team, the starters, all of us can hit. So, I mean, you could pretty much throw anyone in any order you want, and we'll have a good lineup.
Jeff, talk about the support you get from your family, who's rooting you on and making sure you're doing the right things.
My family's great. I actually have 2 of my brothers that came down to watch the trip too. I got a lot of friends and a lot of family that come to each game, home and away. I got young nieces and nephews to come watch me, so I try to be a good role model and just try to have fun.
Let's talk about your coach, Billy Marvin, what he does and the coaching staff there at Blue Ridge. What are they trying to instill in you guys?
Oh, but he does everything for us. He goes out of his way to get us to play more baseball and just have the best time we could have. And he's been our coach for so long now, and he's great.
Well, Jeff, it's great to catch up with you. I hope you have a great game today and a good season, and good luck in that criminal justice major, okay?
Thank you. Thanks for having us on.
You got it. Jeff Zawiski, a senior there at Blue Ridge, doing some great stuff in the classroom. And again, he hopes to further his education with criminal justice and do some good stuff on that baseball field. We're going to move on to Tyler Hillard here on the John Mendola Show. Tyler, welcome into the show today.
Hi, John. Thanks for having me.
Well, Tyler, let's talk about your contributions this year on the field. What does Coach expect of you, and talk about your position this year?
Well, I play in a few positions. I'm expecting to pitch, play short, third, wherever the coach puts me.
And as far as your bat this year, how was it last year, and what do you expect it to do this year?
In my opinion, I think I performed below average last year and hoping to rebound this year and produce for my team.
What is it about this group of guys? Coach mentioned there's a lot of depth, a lot of senior leadership this year. What do you see as some of the key contributions to this year's team? Is it you guys know each other well? You've been playing baseball a long time. You feel like you have good attitudes. Take us through some of the positives of this Blue Ridge baseball team.
Well, I would say the main thing with this group, there's no attitude. No one is better than each other, and we just play for each other, and that's how we're going to win baseball games this year.
You're going to need a lot of pitching, and you know the emphasis in high school is kind of, used to have one or two arms in the past. Now it's you got to have 4 or 5 arms there. So talk about having some depth pitching, which could be difficult for teams like yourself, a small school. So tell us about what you guys are working on to try to get some more depth in the pitching rotation.
Yeah, well, I think we have a great depth of pitching this year. I say we can probably go 6 or 7 guys deep this year that I know are going to be able to throw strikes. And with our defense behind them, I'm very confident in our pitching staff.
You guys, I mentioned to your teammate Jeff Zawiski about spending a lot of time in the gym. You guys got out once out at Blue Ridge. Now this is really your first game. You're down in West Virginia playing. How tough is it to adjust? You guys kind of go through this every year where you know that, hey, we're inside a whole bunch and you're a little bit behind. Does it matter a whole much, trying to get on the field late, or you guys kind of just fight through it every year?
It's always a transition from going to the gym to outside, going from the hard floor to the dirt. But I think we transition well, and we take our practices very seriously, and it translates on the game.
Tyler, let's talk about your future endeavors. Have you some thoughts about what you're going to do in the future?
Yeah, so I plan on taking my SATs in May, and I want to pursue a career in cybersecurity.
That sounds like a pretty cool area. You don't hear many of those, the cybersecurity end. How about let's talk about your family. Talk about the people getting out to support you, come to your games, and push you along in the classroom.
Yeah, my parents do everything for me. They, take me to my school games, my travel games. They travel wherever they can to get me to play more baseball. My brother, who played baseball in high school and college, has helped me a lot with my skills, and hopefully it translates this year.
And as far as being in the halls there at Blue Ridge, talk about being in a small school, knowing everybody, the relationships you have with your teachers, and getting an education there.
Yeah, so I love Blue Ridge. It's a great school for student athletes, especially the teachers. If you have a missing assignment or something like that, you can always go to them and talk about it, and they always help you out, and they want us to succeed.
All right, Tyler, well, I think you're going to have a lot of success out there on the field this season. Great to talk with you, and have a great game today.
Thank you.
All right, Tyler Hillard on the John Mendola Show. We're going to get to another player here before we take a timeout. Ben Goodykunst is with us today. And Ben, welcome into the show. I'm sure you're pretty darn excited about this season getting underway at 11 o'clock today.
I am very excited. Thank you for having me.
Well, you got a brother you play with. Talk about your relationship with him and how you guys love the game of baseball.
We have a great relationship. We come a family of triplets, so we're very close together. We've been playing together since we were very young, and just having a great time with him on the team with me.
Well, not too often get to interview one of a triplet, but pretty interesting stuff. Let's talk about your skill set versus your brother's skill set. Let's first talk about at the plate. What do you do? What does he do? Is it similar?
It's pretty similar to mine. I did very good last year as a batter. I hope to do very good this year. My brother is about the same thing with me.
And then how about position-wise? Where will you play, and where is he going to play this year?
I play first base. I've been playing first base since I was very little. My brother, he's a catcher and an outfielder. And, yeah.
As far as the pitching staff, one of your teammates said you guys are very deep this year. So take us through some of those arms. I think Birchel's throwing today. Is that right?
Yes.
So take us through some of those pitchers.
Ben, he's very accurate. He loves to play baseball. He never complains or anything. Very good kid. Also, Josh Goff, he's our lefty pitcher. Very accurate as well, and loves baseball.
Ben, let's talk a little bit about the future endeavors for you. It's your senior year. Where are you going to go?
I would like to attend a 4-year college for electrical engineering. And I already got accepted to Penn State Wilkes-Barre and Penn Tech down in Williamsport.
All right, 2 good choices. How about your brother? Similar path or something totally different?
He is already going to college right now. He doubled up his classes last year in high school, and he's going to Lackawanna, and he's wanting to go on the pipeline.
All right. That sounds like a pretty darn career as well. As far as this year's team, what do you think the outlook is? Coach mentioned a lot of guys with experience coming back. What's your take on what this team could be this year?
I feel like our team could be really good this year. We have gone far last year, and I hope we go far this year. We all have fun together, and I think we built a family in between the players.
And Ben, talk about your family support. Talk about the people at home that are helping you make those good decisions.
My mom always drives me to games. I have a whole bunch of friends that are supporting me, that they come to the games. Other families that I have friends with, they just support me as well.
All right, Ben, well, great to talk with you, and we'll continue the conversation with your teammates in a moment, but have a great game today, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we are going to continue the conversation. Still a couple more players. The Blue Ridge baseball team playing down in West Virginia today. Fortunate enough to talk to them as they get ready for their 11 o'clock game today. We do have the Scranton Prep boys lacrosse team. They're coming in today, so we'll get with them as well. We're going to take a timeout. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Jeremy Baczynski. Break. Like a good neighbor, Jeremy Baczynski with locations in Pottsville and Drums is there. We'll be back on WILK.